Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ostarius, but you can call me Osti, and welcome back for more The Great Ace Attorney. I do enjoy how the menu screen keeps before whatever screen you were on, on your last save. It's a nice detail. Okay, we were at the start of the fourth case. Let me recap the fourth case to myself. Night, fog, a woman walking down the street with a green overcoat. Then a Japanese man is close to her. He passes her. The moment he passes, she gets stabbed in the back. We need to prove that the Japanese man was innocent. She is not dead. And we are talking with the Scotland Yard investigator about Mr. Sherlock Sholmes because he was somehow able to get to the Japanese man. The Japanese man who, after seeing the woman get backstabbed, run away from the place. Okay. How the fuck did the Sholmes found the dude? Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, it was Miss Natsume who mentioned it. Mr. Natsumi. That's right. What was his name? Soseki Natsumi? Soseki Natsumi, yes. Oh, we have a profile now. A scholar sent to Britain by the Japanese government to further his study of English. He is a defendant accused of attempted murder. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his logins. I'm sure it was a result of one of Sholmes' inspirational great deductions. Fiddle. I did have fish and chips for lunch today. Just because of the stream yesterday. The man is an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. He did feel like he was kind of a dumbass in the second case. I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spotting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Yeah, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He still hasn't won me over yet. I mean, Sholmes. He was a... I did not enjoy him in the second case. Hopefully he's gonna be better in these ones. He's a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Ghibli. Ever seen this before? Oh, yes, that's Randish Magazine. The wonderful publication. Didn't we introduce ourselves to him using the book to talk about, or was that in one of the conversations? I don't remember. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes appears. Yes, well, the wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone in the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any... It's an misadventure to be included in any of Sherlock Sholmes' tale at all. Well, I suppose there is an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be prompted by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man is as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard as he is to our criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Well, I don't think we're gonna get any more useful information out of the detective. Let's start examining the scene of the crime. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shiny eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just gonna ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, we have no idea of the main address even. Baker Street. How do you know? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Susato-san gets any more excited. Hooray! I'll summon a carriage. Can I examine the crime first? So we have a reunion already. The great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, I can examine. Nice. And it's going to... Yeah, okay. Don't care. Examine. Let's start. Okay. First thing we notice... Yes, why is this... That's a typical old brick building. I'm sure it has a long and interesting story. Well, time certainly seems to have taken a toll. Doesn't look interesting. We must find cheap logging. Yeah. So the first... Really? These broken windows are not something we can examine specifically. Okay. Oh, a British bicycle. Look. Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. It's almost having to do some breathtaking cycling. Since the bicycle have become extremely popular in London recently, there is even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not like I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off the firm ground seems reckless. If you ever try walking on stilts and fall into a river, I know you agree with me. We have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. The window of the building. Oh no, the window, right? The window is bricks. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they are filled with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. I did not notice that. I thought I was checking the fence there because there's a hole in the fence. Perhaps in an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There is smoking coming from the chimney stove. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreigner. Hello, doing fine tonight. There's so much we have to learn about this place. This looks like very much an abandoned building. There's a lot of weird things about it. Okay, we can check this street. No reason why not. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in a carriage track. Carriage the brick road, soon disperse. A little bit early. I don't think we're gonna find anything here. But you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed all in black. I wonder, a worry coachman might not see you, and you could be flooded by horses. What type of game this is? This is a visual novel. Murder mystery courtroom game. We basically are a lawyer who have to prove the innocence of someone who supposedly committed a crime. So first half of the game right now is examining the crime scene, and then later we are gonna have a courtroom scene where we have to prove that he's innocent. And it's mostly visual novel. It's mostly just dialogue and options. And now this is the crime scene itself. Are we gonna be able to get a closer look? This patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred. Yeah, it's very wide open space, isn't it? That's true, I can see anywhere where an attacker could have been hiding. Where are you? Oh, we just investigating the scene, officer. Conspiring with the mustache fella from Japan, are you? Conspiring? I'm not here to destroy the evidence, have you? Just get out here before I give you... Okay, we are not gonna be able to examine the crime scene. Ah, that's annoying. I guess we need to get Holmes to... Oh no, there is something we can investigate. Oh no, it's him we can investigate. Snow... I don't see anything that could be proof around. This is a very empty scene. Okay, let's talk to the three policemen. That's a Scotland Yard carriage. They use vehicles like that to rush the crime scenes and cart away criminals. You're very informed, aren't you? It's been a long enough mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of those windows then. But I wouldn't getting arrested, wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No, I wasn't serious. We are not going to jail just for that. Okay, I'm gonna leave you last. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we water too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. I've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause to be concerned. I'm not getting caught again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yes, I have some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does no favors at all. Okay, and okay, you two are the same. So let's go talk to Holmes. Move to Sholmes Suit, 221 Baker Street. Oh, cutscene. Your faces look so weird.
Thank you very much.
It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Thanks again.
Now they look better.
This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Okay, a nice house. Was not expecting that, considering how eccentric he is. Okay, this looks more closer to what I was thinking. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Oh god, Watson was gonna be the little girl. Oh, they are gonna make Watson a little girl. Yep, the game uses a fake name, which I'm not sure if it's because Japanese. This game is from Capcom. I'm not sure if it's because Japanese are weird with laws like that, or because he's a fake one, or it's because like Sherlock itself uses fake name multiple times during its publications. So it could just be like a nod to that. Is it as described in the story, Miss Susato? Susato-san? Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yeah. I have never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down on an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart tumbling in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, I suppose. So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please, don't mind me. She's obsessed. Well, looks like our detective isn't at home at present. Excuse me, is anyone home? Oh, do we have a visitor? They made Watson a little girl. Of course they did. Okay. Okay. Hello, is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello? Wait. Aren't you... How rude of me. I was gonna make some tea at once. I'm sure it's the same girl. Mr. Zato, do you see the girl who was just here? Nope. Oh, oh, nope. She is not seeing anything. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Sholmes to take on his case. The King of what? The King Wilhelm God, I'm not reading that. Sigismund von Ormstein? Of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there. a tea breed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Oh, it's you. What kind of name is that? Honestly, that's probably the real name. I knew it. Susato-san recognized her too. Yeah, we met her at the end of the third case. And take that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke gun grenade launcher. The thief who stole her weapons. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. Okay, so you are the one who's gonna make gadgets, and then Holmes are gonna use that to investigate the crime scene, and we are gonna focus more on the courtroom part of the game. Okay. Having a set of protagonists is not a bad idea, but it's a bit weird to introduce on the 4th of 5 cases. It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGill's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I have never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you having to get straight to work when you only just arrived in London. Yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. My special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look like that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yellow melon flavor. Hooray, it's a winner. I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. You know that we have a second trial tomorrow. Oh, you're to defend the Japanese man. You also know that. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Mr. Shum tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley. Mr. Shums to you, Surly Hurley. Shums was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain. Was he really? Well, I have no idea. I'm afraid Hurley is on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas. Wait, we met this girl for the first time yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? We got into this country 2 days ago. Sherlock was with us on the boat, so he also got here 2 days ago. He was involved in the investigation of the crime. Oh, when was the crime investigated? When did he found my client? If he also arrived 2 days ago. I'm a bit confused on the timeline. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? Perhaps more to the point, she's one of the suspects? Nah, for now, we are probably gonna meet the suspects when we start getting to the courtroom yet. She's Watson, she's Sherlock Holmes' assistant. And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Sholmes' suit? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? What's gonna be your name? Because if they change Sherlock's name, they're gonna change your name too. And also because you're a woman. Iris. Iris Wilson. Okay. What was name? What was Watson's wife's name? I don't remember. It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley. Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, is this... Cannot be. Did you say her name was Wilson? What's the matter? Why is she flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo, judicial assistant. I'm Susato Mikotoba. I'm wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Suzy and Runa. Okay, so you do make weird nicknames for people. Suzy and Runa? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions, I don't know where to start. I want to start on the crime scene. Yes, and so do I. Do I want to examine this place? There is so much shit to look at. There's so much shit in this. It is a really nice draw. Okay, let's just converse. Let's just talk and see if Sherlock's gonna appear. It was you who were... Sorry, it was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey? Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. So, at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. Was that a loading icon? Like this? Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrande in town, didn't you? Oh, the awkward witness. Everything she said was a fucking lie. Oh, Ginny, yeah, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was right naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to that trial disruption gun-like contraption? Exactly, so I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruction mechanism in my inventions. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that. She could apologize to my trusted technician. Sorry, you're a technician? Is there someone else? Hurley. Okay, Sholmes, okay. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I have no idea the great detective has such a interesting young daughter. Daughter? No, not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Game, where are you going with this? What is our relationship? Be careful, game. I expect to find out the logins of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share costs with a partner, a roommate. You are roommates. I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10. Okay. What of your mother and father? Oh, they are not around. Are you in the courtroom? Yes. Iris Wilson, 10. The extraordinary young girl who lives with Mr. Sholmes. She has a degree in medicine. Of course she does. And is the author of a popular series of short stories. Of course she is. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Okay. Oh, there's something I must ask you. Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I'm a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Redis magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to championship. How? Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world. Okay, so you were the writer. Okay, so the books are just a bunch of bullshit. That's why Sherlock was kind of dumb when we met him before. That's right, Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me, oh, so he lies to you about everything. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness. Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land, which is the second case of the game. I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes, I'll let you on a secret, if you like. I'm gonna call this latest adventure the Speckled Band. Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details of the story, here and there. This time, I have the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course I know that the snake might not be credibly fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say, are the stories about Sholmes that are published in the magazine all written by me? Yes, and they are all bullshit. But all the stories I have read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Is that the size getting more worked up? Yes, that's me. My name really is Wilson. And I'm a doctor. I have a degree. Don't worry about it. No, at 10 years old, don't worry about it. At 10 years old, don't worry about it. That's incredible. But Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Ah, yes. I did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old growing tool. It sounds illegal. I suppose it does, yes. Bruce's at the sun. She looks like her world just fallen apart. Okay, how do you know about our information? Yes, what's on your mind, Runa? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? We just arrived in London, I mean? Yes, oh, and then we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'll be delighted. Although there is really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Gadget time? Iris Russo is proud to present her logic and reasoning spectacular. Okay. First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runa. And after all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's chamber. Makes sense. But you also said we only arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and a travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Why are you carrying that? Oh, so I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. Was this always here? You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Okay, so that was just now, okay. Ah, then they use those stamps to keep a close eye on coming and going, you see? Oh, I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me then, even though you have only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you have already have cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particular sad expression on your face. They concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or relative. That leads me to believe you must have accepted a new case. I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved the errand. Okay, so he really just on the way home ended up stumbling on a crime scene and did that. Okay. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, that clearly must have been our client, Mr. Natsumi. Now, Runa have that fancy Japanese sword, and I think our outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me you both come from Japanese yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. Okay, so you are a fucking genius. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. He is a dumbass and you are a genius. Okay. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the main trial will be tomorrow. Mantelpiece, I'm gonna assume that's like a newspaper. Hurley is always stabbing his note with a knife, you know? Oh, no, it's just notes, okay. And that's all there was to it, really. Can I have you for my detective instead of him? That was one of my great deductions. Can I keep you? Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was an amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You have managed to certain something of Mr. Shom's delivery. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us about the case of the Japanese man. You will, won't you? We need the information. We really know very little about the case for now. Okay. So yesterday, Mr. Shums apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? Yes, how did he know? Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Really? The Great Detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town, yes. There was a witness who have seen a short, stiffy-looking, stupid man running away from the scene, so there was a witness. Short, stiff-looking, stupid man? Mr. Natsumi beyond any doubt. Ozeki-san said he didn't see anyone else on the street at all, but it seems there was a witness after all. Hurley used his great deduction power to determine the man's address. I need to know how. It was a logging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, stiff-looking, stupid man, shivering in fear. Mr. Shum's great deduction certainly hit the mark that time. Of course it did, he's a great detective. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial. Definitely, we have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stand on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I haven't realized the situation was so dire. So all the trials are going in the same fucking week, okay. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating and trying to find the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short, crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible! What about the witness? I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. We really don't have enough to help him. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I have so much fun. You happen to know where Mr. Shom is at the moment? As you guessed, I would like to ask him some questions about the case. Oh, well. I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsumi, you mean? Or a different one? Yes, Mr. Natsumi? Hurley said he was going to the men's logins. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Okay, give me an address. Now, I imagine the police is investigating the crime scene themselves. Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes. We know Inspector Gregson. Goody, in that case, give Greg this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he will tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece, a postcard it seems. Blackmail. It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Do you control the police, little girl? Yeah, my page looks so good. The artist did an amazing job. Thanks. This will make Inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. I'm gonna return to writing my manuscript. I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again. We'll be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Okay, let's get some information. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard. The details are great. Thank you. It was you may. I'm not sure if you can actually see, but it's not actually a drawing. It's a 3D render that I just flatted and made into a PNG. Oh, that was the first part. We really finished the first section without even actually investigating the crime scene. That's okay. It can be on the third one. It doesn't matter. You pick it from it. No, I made it myself. I made it on Blender and then rendered it. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, let's see if he will take a break from his chip to look at the silver tip Harris gave us for him. What's up? Thank God, thanks. Took quite a while to learn Blender, so I could do that. Oh yeah, we have a local map that I haven't examined yet. Merchant Street, Calabash Road, Brian Road. Walking, and this is where the woman was stabbed. And we can examine this. Now the gentleman in black whatever he wants. How much influence do you have, little girl? Do you control the police? I want to present him with the postcard. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? Sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreigners about. That's for sure. I have this for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladeship. Her ladeship. Her ladeship. Give that to me at once. Come on, head it over. That's for me. Oh. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is. An appearance fee. Oh, I see. You mean... That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladeship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time. Yes, of course, I know about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. So you do get commission from being a character in her book. Of course, her using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. Sorry, Spectre, that must be difficult for you. Never mind that. So, what do you want to know then? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, far away. What do you want to know? There is more to that. If you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we would very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodging. Ah, the little knife-wielding mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there, look. Oh, that's why this place looked different from the rest. Oh, so he lives just by the murder scene. On the first floor of that house on the corner where the wrecked bicycle propped up. That's nearby indeed. If I remember right, the landlord is Mr. John Garrideb. John Garrideb. Right, well, if you see her again, make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it, you tell her that Gregson sent his very best wishes. Who the fuck she is? Don't worry, Spectre, we will. Is she royalty or something? Goodbye for now then. And long live her lady. She is royalty! God damn, they made Watson a little girl who is a princess. Okay. Well, at least he told us what we want to know before he left. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's login? Well, that's on a modern rigging and it takes a lot of time and effort, so I'm tired right now and super happy to have finally finished after so long. Yeah, it takes so much work. Mine was honestly quite easy. The work was just learning Blender, because after I was done, since I was only gonna do a PNG, it was just a question of rendering. Mine was mostly learning the tools itself. And also coming up with a design, because I have no idea how to design characters, so it was just bullshitting my way until I was happy with the result. The login of Mr. Suzuki Natsume according to the information. Natsume's logins. Oh, very military man. Did not expect it to be this. Okay. Oh, hello. May I help you? You have a maid? Wasn't he poor? No. No, he wasn't. That was the other one. They did say that he was quite important person, even though he disagreed. I have been using Blade apartment for ages. It was a full body model with sketching, coloring, rigging. It took me a month to complete. That's a lot of work. Would this be the residence of Mr. Jones Garibed? Oh no, this is the landlord. Okay. Indeed it would, sir. And who, may I say, is calling? Name is Ryonosuke Naruhodo. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes login here. Ah. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Guarded. I'm so happy. Yeah! Like, this model was honestly the first time I actually made anything, like, artistic. And even though I was very annoyed during the process, finishing it and looking at it, it makes you happy. Did you see that, Miss Susato? That was a real-life English maid. I know, as I understand, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. We are here to try to save a man who is gonna go to jail. It certainly feels we have really arrived now, doesn't it? But we need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. It's part of Grand... Oh, that's cool. Always nice to see. There isn't a lot of VTubers who went into the robot path. Which I get, it's not the most popular thing. But it's fun. I can show it to you. If you have a like Imaguru link or something, after I'm done with stream, I can check it out. I'd love to check it out. Oh, hello there. That's a lot of things to... Oh, there is more. Why is there black here? Oh, that is destroy. Did you fire a cannon? The portraits are also not in good condition. Okay, can I talk to you? No, first we need to examine. Good day to you. John Garbdeb, at your service. Actually, 3000. Oh, sorry, I don't... The only Discord I have is private. For the VTuber itself, I still haven't made a Discord. Because I still really don't think I have a point to do it yet. Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryonosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer. Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Mainland. Don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains. This one. But I have to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to the up-and-coming. So he is a retired soldier. It's hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't go out much, as you can imagine. Yeah, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was painting at the top of the stairs. Sure, if you have a Twitter link, I can take a look. Don't you think so? Sorry, what did she say before? You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, Mr. Garbett, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal. Oh, it was nothing. The medal just foldery, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general at all, so I grudgingly displayed on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, John? Let these good people see it properly. Oh. Dashy woman, be careful. Sure. If you don't feel good about sending link, I don't even. No, you can send the link here on. Like, I think it's easier if you just DM me on Twitch itself. Oh dear me, I do beg your pardon, son. You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands. Should be more careful, sir. Anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now. Oh, I see. Now then, I heard you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right? Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us. Only to please it naturally, especially if it helps the peace here in Blindly. We have forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So, this case is very much in public eye, as it were. If you want, you can just, yeah, you can, probably the easier way is just send me a message here on Twitch itself, and then I can, what the fuck is this? And then I can check it out later. But honestly, if you are proud of work, you should honestly post on Reddit and other sites. It's nice to spread things around. Even have some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe? Okay, so detectives did come here to investigate you. Makes sense, you would be a suspect. Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name, not really my cup of tea, all that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Randy's magazine here, so... Oh. Well, no, Anyway, the chap is investigating the forenoon room as we speak. So he's in Suzuki-san's room. It's a bawling nonsense, it is what it is. The whole neighborhood twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss, it's jolly unsettling. Which one do I want to know first? Let's go in harder. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Gary Dad, please do tell us. Gary Deb. Your name is a pun for something I don't know yet what it is. Oh yes, the Japanese chap. Only being logged in here for a week. Really? He's been in Japan, he came to England like a year ago and he's only been here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below. Upper... Dash it, John! Do be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm terrible sorry. Was that on purpose so I didn't see what he was saying? Did you interrupt him on purpose? I don't trust you now. I'm terrible sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady short from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seems to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man have shady right across his sweet-soaked brow, if you ask me. Oh yeah, we don't have your name. We know your name. Your name is Joan, but it hasn't updated here yet. I said to myself, John, that means trouble. Sooner or later, he's gonna do something untowards. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. We won't. Maybe the prosecution will. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicion about the man at all? Oh yes, indeed there was. She's dying to tell us. Okay. Have you noticed anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes, the man was shaded in an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books, it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much passes the time of the day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off that old bookshop every day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else has gone to bed. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. When was the murder committed? I never know the Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Okay. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh. I understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right, yes. They are both below us, on the first floor and street floor. You're sweating. You know why she's snooping around. Then how is it that you know so much about the life of your loggers? The precise time they come back in the evening, for example, even the time they go to bed. And to move the subject. Okay. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terrible. Sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Okay, you are not a criminal, but you are doing shade shit. You are peeping on the others. Since the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Okay, that was the time. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time? Oh, the window? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time at the Garbett household. 5 o'clock. I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. No, we are not talking about 5 o'clock in the night. Are we? In my head it was like in the middle, like 2-3 a.m. I'm afraid I didn't remember seeing anything. How about you, John? No, sir. I would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of this road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as? Anything at all, even if it's season related. Well, yes. Was there something then? Well, it's nothing but it looks significant around. For the love of God, John, what you're doing. Oh dear me, what have I done? I'm awful sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Naruhollow. Oh, yes, Naruhodo for Naruhollow. I have an exceedingly good memory as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at the hour. Nothing at all. Oh, really? Is she blackmailing you? Is she controlling you, good man? The way you were talking before, it sounds rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I saw, it truly mattered nothing. John Dashera, what's the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to quite an eventful meal. That's right. What's the matter with this two? Sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what? I wish I knew. Okay. Give me access. Can you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on? Why, certainly just below us on the first floor. And Mr. Shom is investigating there even as we speak? Yes, told me Nats, his name, has asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key. So Natsume has engaged Mr. Shom's services? That's a blatantly lie. Would it be alright if we have also a look around in Natsume's room, I mean? Don't see why not, it's just down on a flight of stairs. Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us in the case, but we have to try. Any other clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we are here, we can speak with Mr. Shomes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. I kinda wanna examine this. Just wanna see... This place is rather unusual. Oh yeah, I do wanna check the window. Everything is in pieces. It really is cracked. I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired. Probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply into them. What is this thing on the floor here? Look at that enormous screen, must have been put there deliberately, sure. But... sorry. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm gonna have a very quick look, just a little peek. Oh, please. Let's not. I think the maid's gonna head us off with a cup of tea. Okay, I kind of want to check that, but I can't. So let's just check the window. This window looks over Brian Road, where the young woman was attacked. Yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road. Oh, we cannot see it? Come on. The glass is rather murky, you can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder? I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir. As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner will go open windows at dusk in the middle of the winter, I assure you. Seems very unlikely these two would have seen anything unusual. Okay, there is a lot more to look around. This thing is weird. No point in the matter, honestly. Let's just move on to the next room. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be anything else here. Okay, this time we are investigating a lot of places, but everything is quite small. Okay. Oh, he has a cat! What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It must be musky in here. I suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that. Jars, passports, a cat. Oh yeah, the window. What the fuck is the window? Why? I don't think I've ever seen so many books in my life. No, me neither. So dark in here. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think. Yeah, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Jones... Sorry, I haven't spotted Mr. Cholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Gardebad told us, the Great Detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Cat! Goodbye, cat. Sorry about that. Oh my, what a... Let me... But we... Sorry, I'll be back in a second. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after the book, all the books while the master is away? I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That made me feel homesick now. Already, we only been in the country for 2 days. Feels longer. Okay, mountain of books, no mountain of books. This is probably just gonna investigate all the books, so might as well. Look at the book stack. I don't think that's good. Reading, explain the common. Go to the next pack. Oh my god, sorry. Okay. I swear I saw... No. Nothing more on the left side. First, what the fuck is up with this window? Could you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although, the owner remains a frame around some brick now. So really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. I do think there are places that do this, I don't know why. Perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on it in a fit of whimsy. That's alarmingly feasible, is it? Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. Imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. Oh look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beacon good luck to him. Not doing a very good job. You must not say such things. I didn't say. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Okay, nothing in the pile. Nothing in the luggage. Oh, there is something weird back here. And the table, which is probably where 90% of the things will be. What is this thing? There appears to be some sort of mirror on the wall here. It looks very robust. I wonder what it's it for. There's a slot for inserting coins here. A public phone? A gas meter. Ah, that makes more sense. Gas meter? It seems that... I thought it was a gas meter before, and then he talked about slotted coins, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is this then? But I guess the slotted coin was just him misunderstanding something. Since there's a pipe gas in this district, with the consumers pay by put coins... Oh no, it's a paid gas... Huh. So if we were to put a coin in this slot, that would be enough gas to use the lights and gas the fire for the whole night. So if you're too poor to have a coin, you have to spend the night in the dark and freezing cold? That's right. As would a rich man who only carried crispy white notes. London is a scary place. That is a scary thing. I wonder if that's actually based on reality. Okay, table. The desk seems to be widening a crevice between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by those towering old tomes, surely he dreamed of books every night. Yeah, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what is this? A recipe from the second-hand bookstore, Yore Books. Oh, Mr. Natsume's name is on it, and the date purchased 2 days ago, 4:45 p.m. Okay, we have a number. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. A receipt discovered in Mr. Natsume's room for some books that he have purchased from the second-hand bookshop before the incident occurred. Let me investigate that. Sum of 2 shilling. Picture of Monsieur Lecoq, a meal for Gabora, countable earnings. Yearbook 445. Customer Mr. Natsume. Okay. Do we know where your book is in? He lives here. Do we know where in this map is the bookstore? Because if the bookstore is like here... No, but he did mention that he was walking in the same direction as the woman. Okay, Sherlock is not here, I guess. I feel we need to spend a little more time investigating here. Okay, there is something else for us to find then. What is it? Look at that ball of papers on the floor. There are notes scrawled in English, a few waste paper. I think Mr. Natsume must be deeply immersed in his research. Yeah, we should look more on the table. Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess. I would like to speculate which is closer to the truth. The book, paper... No, doesn't look like there's anything else here. Not the cat. Not the thermometer, not the wall. Not the... Oh! I did not see you. Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo. You do look good sitting there. Ah, there he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you wouldn't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, you too. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together at the SS Buria. Yes, of course, the Buria. Let me see, what happened on that voyage? Do you now remember? Do you have amnesia? It was Kazuma Asogi, he died tragically, and you were a great help to us. Do you have amnesia after every case and that's why she writes down? Yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Do you have amnesia after you tell her the stories and then she writes it down? Well, you seem to remember something of it at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. This is Mr. No, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior power of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. Okay, so he does okay, no. So he's just stupid. Okay. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, I lost the first round. Okay, so he is just stupid. Okay. What's up? In truth, I have hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrive in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehend Soseki-san in that short amount of time? I'm afraid the persuasion of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little. Little? Is it a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to an extent? It is a mistake to think that... Okay, is it a mistake to think that any brain can be... Okay. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventurer entitled Studying Scarlet. Please, there is no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my peers of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully. It means Aries, I suppose. Mr. Sholmes, I have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression! My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss this murky case. Okay, actual information. We know this to be the logins of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Street. On Briar Road. Ah, Natsume. Yes, I believe it was a name. It was a name rather along those lines. Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It appears as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. How? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing our stupid compatriot of the crime. That doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There was a number of books scattered on the pavement of the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they have been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? Okay, so that was a more actual, believable path to find him than I thought. I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So I don't think Mr. Natsume is a culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties. Hence why I returned it here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Do not be deceiving to believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Mr. Garibet, the landlord. Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garidet, a retired military man. It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is in the service. And it was the first time I ever met a maid from the great British institution that is in service. Ha ha ha! I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whenever or not a household employs a maid, it has come to betoken the social standings of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social sorry? Put it simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. The upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary! As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundaries between middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I have no idea, and it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situations upstairs, specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garidet. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whenever or not imposed on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I don't think it's related to the case, but it's related to they have information that we can use to prove or unprove something later. I'm truly lost on what he meant to say. Oh, this fucking word again. Truly? No, not true. I need to have that shit on a tab open. This room is truly suffocating for this. Actually, it shouldn't be that difficult. Truly. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab someone sooner or later. Yep, this is the room of a madman. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one yet, but sooner or later, as I said. I know, sorry. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes, why is there no longer a window? Do you have an idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see there is a window of sorts, but it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Windows tax. What? Windows tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on Windows. Precisely that. Oh. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. So we break everything so it looks like we are poor. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly close the windows up, while the rich open windows here and there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful, and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid logins such as this, for example. Feel like it wouldn't be too expensive to grab a hammer and break this. But then you would have to put an actual glass window on top. Suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps? It would appear so. I have done a little digging and discovered that these logins were offered at an extraordinary low price. But he only came here a week ago. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that is correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodations. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here. Matter not worth of further attention. Are you sure? No, that is also a hint for something. Well, I believe I told you all I can. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that. Will you perhaps be offering your service in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure on what grounds. Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized and so promptly too. The thing is, really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? I trust McGilded with my life. That is an honest, good gentleman. Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? Ha ha ha! My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. But I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivalent. The man who flagged the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garbett is. Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, there is really other plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help us establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps this time we'll probe a little deeper into Mr. Garadeb's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whenever the landlord's secret will prove to be relevant or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. So are you not gonna be doing the investigation for us? A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Yeah, he is. Okay. You pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, oh, I forgot his name, still harder to work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Yes, rings a vague bell. All the detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, John. Don't. Now then. For the uptiff time, woman, will you watch what you're barely well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Yes, of course. Frightful rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind. Yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck on all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out? According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garidad is hiding something, and since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. What's up? Oh. What's up? Nothing. Okay. Can I check this shit now? No. Oh. Hello. Ah. What is he doing over there? Are you always gonna be off screen? Mr. Sholmes? We meet again, my dear fellas. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, yes sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm giving to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it's lacking an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye on one window at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective, great mind. Wait, it's not talking about... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I think so. There is just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Are we gonna do it together from the beginning? Mr. Garidad? I thought it might seem... Though it would seem you're a military man of considerable distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. First, that even as we speak, you are considering the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. And the second, that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very important to you. Okay, so we are talking about why half of the room is destroyed. But a beast? It's another Naruhodo, look. The old man broke out in a cold sweat. Unbelievable! It seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? Does he have a dog? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reason, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well the wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. We are gonna have to do both. The game is afoot. Nature of the beast. Certainly shouldn't take the great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form of the beast might this beast take? Okay. From one man of military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garbage, led us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run apart is the lion statue. Did he look at the maid or the fire? Yes, though an army man, you appears... Sorry. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. In fact, that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration becomes so great, in fact, that you have a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you try to keep in this very house. What? Oh, he has a slap mark in the side of his head. Yeah, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you have imagined. The clinging treasures of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Is it gonna be like a... No, these are like really weird marks. Not a child. Yes, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Oh, I did not notice this was also falling down. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me, unglaze in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives the hand some clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertised as a circus show. Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garidad, at Betty Circus, a traveling show recently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You saw the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ranks among in this room was an Indian lion. In a simple visit to the circus, will reveal the lion prancing jubbly through a ring of fire. Rampage is Asiatic lion. Second, the aftermatch. Now, Mr. Garidad, it's plain clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blight blows, the distress this loss has caused you is veritable tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man, I simply... What, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? He's also looking away. We need only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it's this pile of bills that have been given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you have no choice but to let it go. Yes, well... It's a child, isn't it? It's gonna be a child. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carry out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? In the aftermath of which you can be clearly see observing the... Oh, that was a candle, so that was... A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dear me. What could have possibly caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eyes settle upon the answer neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cake. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatisfied appetite. Was it not once said by a certain noblewoman, they have no bread, let them eat cake? It wasn't. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast begins to stalk its next prey. picture need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Working to a frenzy by the hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks on the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Okay, so burned by the candle. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Gonna serve myself some more water while we wait. That one was not on purpose. What's the matter with you, Joanne? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Sorry, just adjusting some stuff on my table. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garibdad. I'm afraid I didn't notice. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. Oh. Mr. Shaw, I'm sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again? Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed, it's the only explanation for the facts. The terrible truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realm of common sense? But if an uncaged lion have run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garibdad and his maid would have been hurt, or worse. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the foreign military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't think I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea and eats cake. My dear Mrs. Sato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anything lands on Great Britain soil, they are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh, what a glorious nation. Notion? Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I have a feeling that was coming. Slight message. That's all Mr. Show's deduction need. You can do it. Okay. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trust partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsumi's clays. Still, uncover the truth is always worthwhile whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Sherlock Holmes' logic and reasoning is spectacular. Getting sleepy early. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. The nature of the beast. But it shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on rampage of late within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what farm might this beast take? For a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Gassel, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the rampage is revealed by the lion statue. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but you observe Mr. Garibdad's reaction. It rather seems as though the beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something of a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what it was then? We must follow Mr. Garibdad's glance. That will lead us to the truth. Oh. What is this photograph? It appears to be from Mr. Garibdad's wedding. He looks very happy. He does, but you can't make out his bride. How unfortunately, something must have. Are you the victim? Must have stuck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve into. When he was still in the army. Oh, that was a different. Sorry. Fortless beaming. I suppose he was very strong. He's thin as a wreck. The glass is broken. You can't see the face. No amounts of cracks could hide the woman's plump form. I think powerful will be kinda plump, Mr. Narado. Yeah, she certainly looks like that. There is a lot of horsepower in there. Yes, that's an unusual design. The ring, like some sort of embellished sunflower. Guess that's the beast. The true nature of the beast that has run amok here is revealed by the newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, these framed print pictures of your wife, Mr. Garrett. And while we may lament the fact that her face is obscure, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honor might be stretching the point. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madam? It's either the maid or the victim. Me? I pray you do not consider me uncavalious? Ah. Oh, no pronunciation button. Come on, Google. But explain to me with one glance in your direction. Unchivalrous, unclever, no. Chivalry, unchivalry. Ah. Go back. Chivalry, chivalrous, unchivalrous. Is it? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. The poor fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile, but not that fragile. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There is no sign of Mrs. Garidad anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. Is she? What do we have? Teapot? Maid? I guess teapot is the only option? What a charming little teapot. It is in pristine condition. John must be pouring some delicious fragrant tea from it for Mr. Garidad, hasn't she? Well, not so much for Mr. Garidad, as in on Mr. Garidad. I wouldn't dream of drawing attention to it. To procedure to prevent any secret, around the cheek to deflect any abuse. Yes, this is unnervingly powerful woman. Is there a turn of phrase that is unnerving, Mr. Naruhodo? I guess. What? No, that's dumb. The only thing we have is teapot and mage. Let me look around a little bit more. Nothing. Nothing in her ear, nothing in her hat. Nothing in her... Oh...
Take that!
He is the wife. Why are you acting as the maid? Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast currently worried about. Ah. Indeed it does. The flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it's identical to the one shown on the hand of Miss Caridad bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. You are Mr. Caridad Lucky's bride. You are Mrs. Caridad. Oh my! Oh my word! Is she? Why is she dressed like a maid? Weird king. Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly summarized, this is my wife, yeah, my Joan. Rather than letting herself go, as I might say, she's a bully corker. It appears that you don't believe in the most comfortable of circumstances. You don't live. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume that, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has pride, don't you know? By God, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. You made your wife into a maid because you are too poor to employ one and you think that looks bad. So you made your wife into a maid so you don't have to pay for her. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worth of society if it employs no staff at all. So, in my considerable opinion, such concerns about appearance are folly. You mean Mr. Caridad has his wife work as his maid? Precisely, am I right, Miss Caridad? Only in company, obviously, but listen. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. This was... okay. The ranging wife of Mr. Caridad. Oh. Why did she destroy the room and slap you in the face? Now, Mr. Caridad? It's plain clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that bitter pose, the distress this loss has caused to you is veritable tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulder. The pain you feel being revealed by your arm. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Caridad's wife a beast. Yes, a woman that feels rather uncomfortable, yeah. But Miss Caridad is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps the supporting arm seems to be propping up his head? There's some other significance. According to Sholmes, his pen intangible.
Take that!
Slap it, chick! Your head weighs heavy on your shoulder. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped chick. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade was you, Madame Joan Caridad. Well, yes. You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir. Ah. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notion of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why none of... again, I enjoy this gimmick. I think it's visually very interesting. I do think it takes way too long to work. But also, this doesn't have anything... This feels so outside of the case. That's why I haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well... Now, let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subject to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garidad fly into a rage. And we need only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, the pile of bills. Didn't Mr. Sholmes said the bills were all for the lion folder? Yes, but now we established that the lion never existed. It can only mean the thing responsible for gobbling up all the food was his wife. Mr. Naruhodo, she's a person, not a thing. Yeah, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap. And in feudal Japan, that means she's not worth being called a person. One so hard that left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yeah, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I would love to know the answer to that question. Because he cheated on her, of course. It's kind of weird how the game is trying to make fun of her for being fat, at the same time that Susato is trying to defend and make the characters being like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Naruhodo? But the game continues doing that. It'd be weird. I know Japan likes fat jokes, but someone must be reading this book at the moment. There is a bookmark here, look. Miss Garidad is clearly an avid reader. Wait a minute. Also, Sholmes is still referring her as a beast is also kind of weird. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh, it isn't. It's a note. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Ah, next to the signature here. Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Don't get an idea, Susato. Why not? Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note. And that's why.
Take that!
Yes, it's this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the fly in the ointment here? But I don't know that Bolly woman. You don't know her. That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right, that was being... A likely story. Now listen here, Joe, an old thing. I explained at the time. I brought the book at the second-hand place. And the notes must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right, that's what I've been saying. A likely story. For heaven's sakes, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John. A likely story. Are you questioning my name? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicion of the female heart. Arouse the suspicion of the male and you unleash a beast with a most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beasts carry out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dear me, what could have possibly caused a destruction outburst? This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wondering eyes have settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. To explain, we only need to look at the Tower of Cakes. But surely Mr. Garber didn't eat the carpet? No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt. Sorry. That the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Shum's deduction that we need to fix. We need to only follow her gaze and we will tell us the answer. Let's see. I do wish these ones were a bit harder, these puzzles. Look, as you can see, the scorch marks and candle. Candle. Oh, do I have to candlestick? Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the candlestick. Most eliminating, my dear fellow, and of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured. Are clearly. Sorry, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly gives the truth away. Scorch marks. It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Martial altercation. Miss Garbet's mighty army muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds the carpet was alight, and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, but the most ferocious beast in the world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room, that ferocious beast buried its claw and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion. And after the sparkles of martial discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. Mr. Sholmes, sir, I salute you. Careful. Ooh, good job. Carpet scorched by a small fire. Solved. Deduction complete. Elementary. That's just long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there is a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. In the papers of one particular novel, you discover some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonishes you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonish? Demolish might rather closer to the mark. This is most certainly... Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was happening in a blink of an eye, you know? The whole place was filled with smoke, couldn't see a bloody thing. I was caught between the old stick rage and the rampaging flame. You paint a terrific picture, sir. Torrid picture, sir. what would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Did not take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We have to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Over there? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you allow me. I have all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in flames. Golly, then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight must have been. There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books, incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it all, I lost my favorite book. I've lost my favorite book called The Lion Pride. The Lion Pride. Oh yes, your notorious love of big cats coming true again. I assure you the title does not influence my choice in the lightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage. Miss Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was a total carnage, flames everywhere, and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure, it was 2 days ago, let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think? So, at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside their window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The wall of Bingley could have flattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Yes, he would. Because you have to open the window because of the flame. Oh, because of the smoke. And you saw something. Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Naruhodo, what can I do for you? Let me save the game. Can be the third one. Did I not save yesterday yet? Huh. I think we got to the bottom of Miss Garibad's situation. What does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances? Nothing. Can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you, I knew the retired army man to be hiding something. I could not be sure whenever his secret would prove to be relevant or not. I just knew you were gonna say that. Was this just filler? No, it can't be. The books is the key here. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you must not lose heart. Oh! Okay, so my thought right now. The police found a woman full of books around her. And a man ran away from the scene. The books were actually from his collection, and he threw those out of the window because of the fire. And then the police found those books, went to the bookstore, and said and used the image they have of the person who ran away. And it just so happened it's the same bookstore for both. And we are gonna correlate like the books he bought here with the ones on the floor, which are gonna be the ones from his collection. I think that's what this is for. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you must not lose heart. Stop making fun of me, my dude. Bear in mind that all this falls into one of the only two categories. Those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry. Visiting the prison will soon be over. If you were to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to binding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garibed. Garidad. Yes, sorry. Thank you very much for both your time. Suzaki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm gonna have to give him an answer. What books did it burn? What a miserable sight. All my novels. Whose fault is that? Yours. I may not be blamed. I'm quite sure you can buy new books. New old books? Nonsense. That's couples for you, or some led to believe. And the window. Okay. Let's go. Time, Mr. Naruhodo, we must hurry back to the prison. Yeah, I know. Let's hear your career. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Caridad's house. Okay. Okay, the story is now interesting. I know thee not, old man, fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking nimity-piminy? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio. There are dreams in your philosophy. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who is this Horatio fellow, huh? What are you on about? Excuse me. Oh, who are you? I'm sorry, it just looks as though there might have been some problem here. Oh, my associate here, Mr. Ryonosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see. Lawyer? What? That can't be of any assistance. I'll be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This ain't over yet. I wanna examine dispatch. Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a blooming nun to you? Ah! Fucking the face, amazing. I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, you are so gentle, thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Horatio. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in the Garidad residence? Oh, for instance, Mary, you are so right. Yes, I do well in this humble abode. Miss Caridad mentioned that he have another lodger, didn't he? This must be the one. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, the gentleman named Natsume? Oh, more worth of sorry about that. Oh, more worth of a polemist in my battle of words. Never could there be. Sorry, battle, did you say? Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Macbeth. Mr. Natsume and I spared long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand. It seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. So, fair maiden, so good gentleman, I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. Oh, that was quick. Didn't really understand him, but I think he returned to his room. Since he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he really can't help us. Suzaki-san and the man's lodgers, the Garidad house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I will go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope we can get the prison before the visiting hours are over. What's up, Mero? Back, bitch. Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Local student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We are so sorry to have to keep you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh no, think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never falling Nipponese. Oh, no, let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand, it is true friendship transcending international borders, and one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Oh, yes, it's you. The miserable rotten spy. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having incurred some curious reading material in the gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of the eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our devastated friend is faring. Gloomful room? At the least, your accommodations here offer a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. How dare you, Herlock Sholmes? I have it, I'm true. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits of those accursed longings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedemon. It's bedemon. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? And his longing were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache words. Mustache! That's the word I was trying to remember like 4 streams ago. Cursed is a well appropriate description, I would say. For the main longings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Can I present you with this? We found this receipt in your room, Mr. Natsume. That's right. I went out to buy some new old books. Isn't that a contradiction? And it was on your way back to your room that you saw the woman being stabbed. She's dead, I thought to myself. She's dead. My mind went to completely blank. Before I knew it, I was back in my room, trembling like a leaf. The bookworm hoping to worm his way out of a bad situation. Naruhodo, please do be careful not to think such despairing thoughts. How could you possibly know? Okay. What's up? Mr. Natsume, what do you mean by what you just said? Sorry. What did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor? The Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me, summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. No defendant have ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's not count that yet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly! Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, he defendant passed away in an unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded, the most honest and good man, a true gentleman. He will be missed. Then London will miss it. What? Ah, I'm impressed, Mr. Zato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely can't be that, having failed to have the accused convicted. Lord Van Zix killed the man himself. Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. Ha 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 ha. You have some wonder notions. Wonderful? Wonderful. The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellows. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Of course he is? Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Van Zix is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. Van Zix looks like he's gonna cry tears of joy. It really does. As you are no doubt aware, in British criminal trial, there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, while the juries offer public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system, whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupted lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling impostors as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded means, those who would want you are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means that the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, it's from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright? He didn't say it was alright, he says it's reality. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zix cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my. So that education may sin then leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear, but how? Ah, by all means of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled upon a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by a highwayman. Oh no. No. All examples of the reality of events here in London. I'm afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. I knew it. I'm a dead doodle done for Jumid. Where you say accursed logins before, you were referring to your room at the Miss Garbidad house, I assume. You mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange things in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn to dusk. So I shut myself in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. It must have been very lonely, have been away from a homeland for such a long time. I have to move a number of times, most recent to the room on Briar Road a week ago. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it's so affordable. The landlord simply read and said, "The room is cursed." He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late. So I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. But if not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved into the windowless hellhole, my sleep have been plagued with nightmares. I wake feeling as true I'm being choked to death. Isn't it from like lack of oxygen or something? My waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm Brand the Killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. Only there was someone, just one person on my side. And no one find in his or her heart to believe in me? No one? To believe. Yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes. Me? Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Burio, if you recall. The Burio. Oh, that case, the one with the snake? Well, yeah. At that time, I was the suspect. But you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did, didn't I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe me? I see. Yes, you mean because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow, found with the victim in a locked room. Well, if you like, yeah. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellows. Quite simple. You said I didn't do it, but I could be lying. Surely you must have your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only thing I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. Ha! In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment. Nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse in my opinion. Meaning, whenever or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whenever or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right. Like also the Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Whenever or not I can believe in myself. The defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You are so right, Kazuma. That honestly just a shot of Kazuma and then a shot of him would have been enough. Well, my dear fellow, is it time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visitation hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh dear, there is never enough time, is there? Mr. Natsume, if you like, in the trial tomorrow, I'll be happy to represent you. Local student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire? As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What you believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe even. But I think I finally worked it out. I have decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instinct. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. My instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end with every weapon available to me. So I hope you permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely need the event of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Susato? Yes. Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weighs heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Sholmes believe in me now too. So it's time that I learn to believe in myself. Ozeki-san has no one, he is all alone. So it is my job to help him to fight his corner. Tomorrow, in the courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. I enjoyed that. Okay. I do think, as far as the investigation is concerned, I do wish we have a few more proofs and did a little bit more investigation itself. But like as a character building segment, I really enjoyed this ending. The whole, like, the third case completely destroyed this man's beliefs, and having him like rebuild himself here was really, really good. I enjoyed that. I'm liking this game. Why was the first and second case weak? The third case was amazing, and the fourth one is building up to be a good one. I think this is a good place to stop. I was getting a little bit sleepy. I'm not as sleepy right now. I could go, but like we did the investigation, and then tomorrow we can do the trial. I think that's a good. This is a good place to stop. So, as always, thank you very much for watching today's stream. If you're interested in watching more of my content live, I try to stream on Twitch every day. If you're interested in watching some of my old content, I try to archive everything on my YouTube channel. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you will join me tomorrow. Bye bye!